Hello bats, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to it if you're new. So, we're going to explore a rather scary place today. It's called the Temperate Mall, and it's level 969. Nice. But the mall is empty, and it can be super eerie. So, I'm gonna jump right into it right now. It's a large neon mall believed to originate before the 1990s. And only 90s kids will remember that, so... I actually was born in 1995, and no one knows if I'm a millennial or Gen Z, so I guess I'm a hybrid, right? Anyway, it's mostly closed off due to the abandonment thing, but there are areas such as food courts, small shops, and others. But they're devoid of objects and items, for the most part, so bummers. No plushies to steal, no other yummy food to steal, it's empty, so, you know. No one knows the exact size due to the number of environmental hazards in the place. And it is noticeably dilapidated in certain sections because of the lack of surveillance. And that means there's patches of dirt, bacteria, and many insects in this level. So, you know, you could get attacked by fire ants, for example, if that's relevant, but it doesn't sound very fun. This level is known for its expansive spaces, lack of furniture and utilities, and unique lighting. And that's all inconsistent. That's what also makes this level very, well, as I said, unique. Yeah, lights can be very dangerous here, and you'll find out why momentarily. So, it's really hazardous due to its multiple effects. So, deeper dive into the lighting, you'll get a body temperature change when you hit the light. You could either have a violent drop in temperature or be incinerated, which is a blast either way. So, does boiling to death or freezing sound worse? I would say boiling, being too hot. I think freezing to death would be a bit more peaceful, though I heard that you do feel like extremely hot before you die of being frozen to death, so, you know. You want to avoid blues and oranges, because those are the ones that will hit you the most. And I'll explain that in one moment though. So, just so everyone knows, there is a heavy lack of success in finding resources without risk of death. There's almond water in small pockets, but it's usually freezing cold, so probably in the colors where it makes it cold. There's liquid paint in areas that heavily affect body temperature, and it may be bubbling with heat. Now, let's talk about the colors. So, red. I bet you thought that one was going to be the worst one, huh? Absolutely not. My favorite color is still pretty bad, though. But how does a body temperature of 110.6 Fahrenheit, or 43.6 Celsius sound? No? I don't like it either, so... it might be my favorite color, but maybe not on this level. Orange would fall into this. Spooky season is not appropriate on this level because you'll be boiled, like instant boiling. So don't let the light touch you, you'll die. Yellow is the most common in the level, and it won't kill you. So, stay in yellow light. And then there's green, and this will usually send you back to level 10, but you'll have a body temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 37.7 degrees Celsius, for about 10 hours, so it can be a bit inconsistent. It's a bit higher than your humans usually can tolerate, and it's too hot in general. Bleh. Let's get to the cooler colors, quite literally. Blue is super cold, which is negative 16.4 Fahrenheit or negative 26.8 Celsius. I think. My notes say dash dash. Well, anyway, it could be 26.8 degrees Celsius, or it could be negative 26.8 degrees Celsius. I don't know. Conversions. So, anyway, light blue is, you might mistake it for blue, but it's not, and it'll incinerate you. So, poof! Right away. That's one of the most disturbing of it. How do you tell the regular blue from the light blue? I guess one's later, but if you're only seeing it for the first time, then how are you gonna know? There are no entities on this level, just the stray insects from the front rooms, but I think it's dangerous enough as a level with all this light stuff, even if the other colors are more rare than yellow. You know, the risk of being incinerated by a light blue light. I don't know. Kind of, something you want to very much avoid. So, to enter, you may experience haphazard color changes in floor 8999, numbers I'm not very good at, which will force your teleportation to this level. Then there's level -20 with different colored sections. Entering Yellow Room will toss you here, but the other colors in that level show no anomalous properties, so that's all according to your research anyway, and that's sometimes up for debate as to whether you can be trusted. As for exiting, you can use green lights, but that'll increase your temperature. If you find a door labeled exit in neon lights, you'll end up in 608. There may be a singular drink on one of the rare tables, which will send you to 6.1, and again, by rare I mean extremely rare, because furniture itself is rare, so is sustenance. Yikes. You can enter a small grocery shop, and then a door with employees only on it, which will toss you into 203. Finally, mirrors. If you look into one, it'll result to you being dragged off to 970. By what? Well, I guess you'll have to find out, won't you? Anyway, that was level 969, nice, the Temperate Mall. I thought that was a pretty fun one to explore. I'm curious about other mall levels that do have sustenance and possible entities, but this is pretty eerie. I know I had worked once at a mall, and after hours it was empty, and I kind of wish I took pictures, and this was years ago though, but it would have made some really cool liminal spaces shots, but I'm going to endorse myself now, so. I am an author, and I have a book coming out on October 31st. It's Norse mythology, urban fantasy, LGBTQ+, and a diverse cast, and only adults though. It's for adults. It's aimed at new adults, so lots of gore and intimacy. So if you're interested in that book, you might want to nab it, but that aside, I do take requests and ideas for Backrooms content to cover, so make sure to leave a comment as to what you want me to cover next. Yes, I can speak appropriately, I believe, sometimes, most of the time. Anyway, leave suggestions and I will look into it. Hopefully we can get some fun exploring bats, and maybe, just maybe, some of this information could save you when you're in the Backrooms. It's fun seeing wanderers struggle sometimes, but not all the time. I like helping every so often. With that, have a nice night or day wherever it is for you.